Welcome to another episode of Sensitive but Unstoppable with Maggie K. Today we talk about boundaries. Boundaries. It is funny, we talk a lot about boundaries, but did you ever think of setting boundaries for yourself as you cope with your high sensitivity? In other words, live your life within your own personal limits. For example, I can't stay up late at night. And while this bothers me a lot because I really would like to do extra things, I have to set a boundary for myself to retire at a specific hour, and it's not a late hour either, it's really early. But then I'm up early too. And if I go to bed past that hour, I pay for it the next day. I'm not only showing respect for myself, but I'm also showing compassion for me as a person. I'm not a big eater, but when I get hungry, I get really hungry to the point where I feel really irritable or even angry when I'm hungry. And the reason for this is that the hunger can lead to a drop in blood sugar levels, which triggers a gust of hormones called cortisol and adrenaline. And this can cause a highly sensitive person to feel edgy and more sensitive to blood sugar imbalances. And this increased sensitivity to being hungry can lead to really be irritable and stressed. And I'm so sensitive to this feeling of hunger. I recognize I have to be mindful of my blood sugar levels to maintain my emotional well-being. Again, it's all about setting boundaries for myself with respect to maintaining good, healthy eating habits. And when it comes to food, that's another story. I can't eat anything with additives in it. I can actually taste the additives and they make my stomach sick. That's how sensitive my sense of taste is. All my food must be made right from scratch, all natural ingredients, lots of fruits and veggies, and good meat and salads. And the choice is actually unlimited. There's no question about it. But it is extremely time consuming, and I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. And you know what? The one thing I can't stand doing is dishes. Ooh. Anyway, very, very time consuming as well, dishes. But I'm also lucky in that I love to prepare food and make interesting meals. So there's always a plus side. Did you know that the sun is shining even on rainy days? Well, and it does. And I have to wear sunglasses. Driving even on rainy days, I have to put on my glasses. Why? Because my eyes are so sensitive to the rays of the sun. Does noise bother you? I personally can hear a pin drop in a room even when the TV and the radio are on and blasting. The reason for this, research has shown that a person's high sensitivity accelerates. We can hear more acutely and become more reactive to sounds. And again, I speak from personal experience on this is because I get totally overwhelmed and irritable in a really loud environment. And I have to walk out. I have no choice. I have to leave. Again, I'm setting boundaries for myself. I may have to wear earplugs but even so, I generally leave the room. It's not fair to other people, just because I am sensitive to hearing doesn't mean that other people have to always accommodate me. So in the course of a day, any of the above can show up in my life. My brain and that of any highly sensitive person is constantly working. And by nighttime, I am beat. I'm exhausted. And I go to bed. Because you know what? If I don't get my sleep, I get very irritable. Hope this has been helpful to you as a highly sensitive person. And I hope you enjoyed this podcast. And I invite you to like and share and subscribe. And remember, we HSPs can and will make the difference in this world. Have a grand day.